Okay, if you're in a band and you're staying at the Motel 6 and you add a band member and now you're at the Ritz-Carlton, keep your issues to yourself. All right? You went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a Four Seasons in the shopping district. Stop talking.
27 million people had just witnessed an unprecedented moment at the WNBA All-Star Game. But what followed in the press conference sparked a heated debate that has the basketball world divided. Colin Cowherd, known for speaking bluntly, delivered one of the harshest critiques in recent sports media history, and his focus was Los Angeles Sparks star Kelsey Plum. This isn't your standard sports controversy. It's a story about respect, appreciation, and the risks of turning against those who support you. And make no mistake, Colin Cowherd was absolutely furious. Saturday night in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game was meant to celebrate the league's top talent and high-level competition. Instead, it became the backdrop for one of the most tone-deaf moments seen in recent sports. During warm-ups,
that was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just united front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for. And, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just... We had a very...
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across, and, sometimes you don't have to say anything.
Players wore black T-shirts emblazoned with a simple yet powerful statement across the front. Pay us what you owe us. The arena erupted. 27 million viewers witnessed WNBA stars collectively voicing their stance on contract disputes and salary issues. The message was unified, striking, and sent shockwaves throughout the basketball world. But here's where it took a sharp turn and sparked frustration. In the post-game press conference, Kelsey Plum, the sharpshooting guard who's been in the league since 2017, chose to target Caitlin Clark. She didn't do it subtly or diplomatically. She did it with a calculated precision that could make anyone's blood boil.
I think it was a terrible PR decision. Judging by the response on social media, it was a PR disaster. All right, an absurd move right before the All-Star Game.
It was an incredibly powerful moment, Plum remarked, reflecting on the T-shirt protest. As players, we had no idea this was going to happen. Then came the real sting. She singled out Caitlin Clark's All-Star team for their absence during the meeting where the T-shirt demonstration was organized.
T-shirts don't bother me, but why do you take a shot at the Golden Goose, Caitlin Clark? You guys were flying before she arrived on one of those airlines that made you pay for a cup of water. One of those airlines that is the planes are the color of a highlighter.
Think about that for a moment. The player who has single-handedly elevated women's basketball from a niche sport to must-see television was being publicly criticized by a veteran who, arguably, should have been expressing gratitude instead. On Monday morning, on Fox Sports 1's The Herd with Colin Cowherd, the host was more than ready to confront the issue. "Stop talking," Cowherd exclaimed, his voice intensifying with every word. "Why are you taking a shot at the Golden Goose?"
Don't mind the T-shirts. I think you have leverage. I think you deserve more than 9%. But it's just misstep after misstep. It's time to grow up, girls.
But that was only the opening salvo. What followed was a verbal takedown that people will remember and replay for years. You went from a Motel 6 in a rough neighborhood to a Four Seasons in the shopping district, and now you're taking shots at the person who got you the upgrade? Cowherd's metaphor hit like a freight train. And he didn't stop there. Keep your problems to yourself and start appreciating what Caitlin Clark has brought to the WNBA, he continued, his frustration clear over the airwaves. Grow up.
Going to get more profitable as women's basketball gets better as the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well. She's hurt. She's not there for all the games. So this is actually not as great as it could be.
Here's why Cowherd's anger hits so hard and feels entirely justified. The numbers speak for themselves, and they should give any WNBA veteran pause before criticizing Caitlin Clark. Before Clark joined the league, a typical WNBA game would draw around 400,000 viewers on a good night. This season, games featuring Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, are consistently attracting over 1.7 million viewers, with some contests surpassing 3 million. Television ratings have surged by 170% compared to last year. Attendance tells an even more striking story. The Fever sold out 17 of their 20 home games this season. Even road games, which used to struggle to fill half their seats, are now.
Early went from an average walk-in price of $121 to 64 bones. $64 to get in once Caitlin Clark's injury came out that she wasn't going to play. And I'm very interested to see what those ratings look like.
Even road games are selling out when Indiana hits town. For 27 years, the league has been losing money, an estimated $10 to $12 million each year. But this season, for the first time in its history, the WNBA is on track to approach profitability. And the reason is clear: Caitlin Clark. What made Cowherd's tirade so impactful wasn't just his passion. It was the undeniable truth behind his words. Kelsey Plum, despite her talent, has never had the same transformative effect on women's basketball as Clark has accomplished in just one season. This is the player driving the sport's popularity. Cowherd stressed this point, his voice underlined by the hard facts. And yet, you're taking shots at her. The irony is hard to ignore. Plum and other WNBA veterans are demanding higher salaries, and rightfully so, but they're criticizing the one player who is actually helping make those higher paychecks possible. It's like complaining about the size of your slice while disrespecting the person who brought the pie. To fully grasp why Cowherd's defense of Clark strikes such a chord, you have to look at what Clark has achieved in less than a year as a professional. She shattered the NCAA Division I all-time scoring record, men's or women's, with 3,685 career points. She led Iowa to consecutive national championship games, a feat not accomplished since 2009. Her college games consistently drew larger audiences than men's March Madness games, including the championship itself. When Clark was selected first overall by the Indiana Fever, she didn't just enter the WNBA, she changed it. Merchandise sales soared. The league secured new TV deals worth hundreds of millions. Corporate sponsors who had previously ignored women's basketball suddenly came on board. Nike offered her an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal, the largest in women's basketball history. Gatorade developed a signature drink for her, and Wilson created a custom basketball. Her impact is on the level of Michael Jordan in a league that had never seen anything like it. But returning to the controversy, Plum's remarks exposed something that should alarm every WNBA fan. Apparently, there was a meeting to plan the t-shirt protest, and Team Clark either wasn't invited or didn't attend. Colin Cowherd erupted over Kelsey Plum's criticism of Caitlin Clark, highlighting the irony of attacking the very player who is transforming the WNBA. Clark, in just one season, has skyrocketed viewership, sold out arenas, secured record-breaking endorsements, and brought unprecedented attention to the league, effectively turning it from a struggling Motel 6 into a Four Seasons. Meanwhile, Plum, despite years of experience and accomplishments, has never moved the needle the way Clark has, making her resentment appear both misplaced and dangerous. Cowherd's fiery defense underscored that veterans should be protecting and appreciating Clark, not undermining her, because the league's success and their own paychecks now depend on her. The message was clear: stop the jealousy, recognize the impact, and support the player who is carrying the sport forward.